This episode is brought to you by onlinemarketingformartialarts.com. That's the new service from MATA where we handle all of your online marketing, from building your website to getting you to the top of Google. In this episode, I'm going to share with you another powerful NLP strategy you can take right into your classroom. Chris Sutton from Cobra Defense has a loose weapon scramble drill, and John Graden is going to help you understand the difference between the UBC and cardio karate, which is an important distinction. I'm John Graden, and this is the program for martial artists just like you who want to achieve success without selling out and have some fun along the way. The response from last week's program on NLP, hypnosis in the martial arts classroom has been overwhelmingly positive. There's a tremendous amount of interest in learning these skills, and over the course of the next few weeks, I'm going to begin to share some of these ideas, concepts, and strategies with you. I did receive one note from a doctor of some sort. I don't know what kind of doctor, but he or she said something to the degree that it would be a very bad idea to share these strategies and skills and tools with martial arts instructors, because then they could get their students to do things they normally wouldn't do. And let me tell you folks, that is a myth. It doesn't happen. In fact, the CIA in the 1950s spent a lot of time and money exploring this concept of brainwashing and using hypnosis to manipulate their own agents, their own team, and then also to go out and influence the bad guys. And they had some success with it, but it was simply inconsistent. So it made it hard for them to consistently depend on it. They preferred drugs instead. So there's a great book, in fact I have it right here, called The Search for the Manchurian Candidate, which tells all about that study and what they discovered. Fascinating stuff, the CIA and mind control. And we're not talking about mind control in this context at all. We're talking about giving you a toolbox of skills and tools that you can use to help your students improve their lives. It's very simple. We will be hosting a workshop in early fall here in Clearwater, maybe Clearwater Beach, a 2-day workshop with myself and Dr. Will Horton. Dr. Horton is a good friend of mine, and he is a 4th degree black belt and a master hypnotist and NLP teacher. I've taken a lot of courses under Dr. Horton. They're fascinating, they're fun, they're very active, and you will get a tremendous amount of great information you can take right back to your classroom. In the world of NLP, one of the common adages, which I think is complete craziness, is that the word don't cannot be processed by the mind. The mind cannot grasp a negative. And if that's the case, I want you to look close into my eyes and don't write me a check for $1,000 a month for the next year. Don't write me a check. So, the word don't can be processed, but it's not a good word to use. Here's why. If I say to you, don't drop your guard, you may assume, as the instructor, you're assuming that the student can process that, don't drop my guard, and then find from all the possibilities in the world what he's supposed to do. So when you say don't do something, you're not telling the student what to do. So it's far more powerful, it's far more effective, saves you a lot of time, and it makes you a far more clear communicator when rather than say don't drop your guard, you say keep your hands up by your face with your elbows in. Now that's very clear. When I have working with my children, and this is great working with kids, you say, well, don't run. Well, does that mean crawl, hop, skip, walk, roll? I mean, there's all kinds of possibilities. In a 7-year-old's mind, don't run does not instantly translate to walk. Don't run just means don't run. Instead, walking only, please. Just walk. Walking legs, walking feet. That's very clear. The child immediately responds to that. So in your classroom this week, Listen, watch for the use of the word don't. Work on replacing language patterns, speech patterns that use the word don't with something that is more clear and instructional to the student. Rather than say don't do something, tell them what to do and watch the difference in response. This is week 9, class 2 of the Cobra Defense 10-week academy, which is the main revenue generator for Cobra schools nationwide. This is what I want you to kind of grasp. The subject matter is really serious. This is called the loose weapon scramble. So the scenario is you're in a tussle with the bad guy and the firearm has fallen away. And you're fighting to get to the firearm so that you can take this person out. That sounds very serious. It is. But boy, is it a lot of fun for classes to do. That's the thing about these scenarios and these drills. You'll hear these adults laughing, having fun. They're having a great time. They're bonding. And again, and you can tell by looking at these adults, if you know your own classroom, these are adults that typically would never set foot in a martial arts class. Here's the other part. This is week 9 of a 10-week course. Over 80% of these students have already re-enrolled into the school for another Cobra Academy and or the UBC, which Chris Sutton also offers, and or the regular martial arts program. In many cases, all 3. So this has become, get 30 people paying $300 for the 10-week academy, and then you have 80% of those paying another $1,000 to $1,500 to upgrade to new programs. So as you can see, the Cobra program becomes a monster generator of adult students and revenue. But that aside, this is the loose weapon scramble.
Alright, you're in guard position. If they get the firearm, keep it clear of their face. Don't shoot them in the head in case they don't, you might pop them in the eye. You're trying to shoot them in the side or here. If they put it there and say bang, pull the trigger, it's over. Who's the bad guy? Whoever gets the weapon. Alright. If you see the gun coming in, try to get an anchor and get the barrel facing away. Alright, secure your guard. Watch yourself. Alright. Going for 20 seconds or unless you kill somebody. Ready? Come on. Get it. Come on, get it. Bang! You dead. What do we got? And everyone's dead. Alright, and time. Good job. Switch with your partner.
I feel like I'm not
Alright, ready. Lock guard. Or she's going to get right out of that. Fight! That's it. Go for the weapon. Bang! Killed her. They're still fighting. 5, 4, 3, 2. Alright.
That is too cool.
This one right here. This is the worst position.
And I get praise. Oh, it is.
Top person knows, bottom doesn't. Hey. That's it. Hey. 5, 4, 3, 2, time. Shut yourself up. Awesome. Round of applause. All right.
No one has had more experience in developing martial arts fitness programs successfully than my brother, Jim Graden. He's going to help you understand the important distinction between what cardio karate was and what the UBC is.
Thanks, John, as we continue our discussion on your martial arts fitness program and how to make it successful. First and foremost, as I developed the Ultimate Body Challenge UBC, coming away from, again, cardio karate. And what's the difference? I use those contrasts a lot because I see a lot of the old coming back to the new. Cardio karate or some of the fitness programs out there are, again, just a class. In other words, someone enrolls in a class, whatever they charge. But realize for the average person to just enroll in the class, they're not as excited about doing martial arts fitness training as they are, as again, results. They want results. Results in fitness is considered a high-end, asset, to where just working out so much is not. So when I created the UBC, we came up with a 10-week structure at the beginning for a student. So when they walk into your facility, they have the concept of, I pay this amount of money, usually between $300 to $500. I dedicate this amount of time, which is usually 10 weeks. I'm going to get these results, and you can guarantee them. So it becomes very palatable for the public. They understand what they're buying. Just a quick review of the UBC manual that's provided gives them an overview of the course in a really short, precise times. We teach you and your instructors how to present the program. So it makes it very palatable and is an easy sell for the most part. But it's not just the end. We also, of course, teach you how to do ongoing programming, how to do maintenance, how to upsell them to your martial arts program. The UBC specializes in bringing the adult fitness and weight loss market into your facility. These are people that normally would not walk through a martial arts school's doors because they're looking to get results from fitness, results from a UBC. But again, don't look at UBC as just a 10-week course. Look at it as an ongoing program in your facility. In fact, we're in 10 years now. We're about to celebrate UBC 80. In other words, we've started UBC 80 UBCs since the beginning. We have quite a few of our schools are in their 70s, 70th UBC or 79. So in other words, to get those kind of numbers, they're actually starting UBC every 5 weeks. They overlap each other, and you have times where you have people finishing the UBC, you have people starting the UBC, you have mid-evaluations where we teach you how to upsell them. So it's a tremendous revenue generator. So don't look at UBC as just a 10-week programming for your facility. It really is a long-term approach to martial arts fitness programming, one that has proven over the time to be very profitable.
Well, that was lots of fun. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did making it. It's a lot of fun making these programs. It takes some work, mind you. You can help us out by spreading the word and also send questions in that you would like answered on the program. I'm John Graden. I'll see you next week. Thanks for watching. Today, I want to talk just a little bit about something I forgot.